Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP today. In a dramatic practice session at the German MotoGP, Maverick Viñales set a new circuit record, while Marc Márquez faced a challenging day, ultimately failing to secure a spot in Q2. The Sachsenring Grand Prix has brought unexpected challenges for Marc Márquez, who suffered a significant crash during practice. Despite the setback, Marquez is determined to continue and has shared updates on his condition and expectations for the weekend. Maverick Viñales has made a strong start at Sachsenring by setting a new track record and taking the top spot in the first practice session. Despite his impressive performance, Viñales emphasized the importance of maintaining a calm approach as the weekend progresses. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Marco Bezzecchi's session began with a crash at turn 11, prompting a yellow flag. Fortunately, the VR46 rider emerged unscathed and quickly returned to the pits. Soon after, Marc Márquez also crashed at turn 11 during his first flying lap. Marquez, struggling with cold tires, lost control of his Ducati, resulting in a significant off-track incident. Despite the early chaos, the two official Ducati riders, Francesco Bagnaia and Enea Bastianini, topped the timesheets. Pedro Acosta also showed strong performance, defying recent struggles with his bike's performance. Maverick Viñales made it into the top 10, while the riders took a break to discuss strategies with their teams. Marc Márquez, who had not set a time yet, visited the medical center to address chest pain and ensure no serious injuries. His team worked tirelessly to repair his bike. Meanwhile, Fabio Di Giannantonio, who had crashed at turn 1, was initially feared to have a collarbone injury. However, medical checks revealed only a significant bruise, and Di Giannantonio was expected to return to action soon. As the session progressed, Alex Marquez briefly held first place, but Maverick Viñales broke the circuit record with a time of 1 foot 19.622 inches. Miguel Oliveira also posted a strong 1 foot 19 inches time, highlighting the competitive performance of the Aprilia machines. The final minutes saw several crashes, including Enea Bastianini and Remy Gardner, further complicating the session. Despite Marquez's strong return to the track, his earlier crash and subsequent medical checks meant he finished the session in 10th place. Raul Fernandez's improvement pushed Marquez out of the Q2 spots. After another visit to the medical center, it was confirmed that Marquez had a right rib contusion but no bone fractures. Maverick Viñales' record-setting performance highlighted a tumultuous practice session at the German MotoGP, marked by significant crashes and challenges for key riders. Marc Márquez, despite his efforts, will not progress to Q2 due to his crash and subsequent medical issues. The session set the stage for an intriguing qualifying ahead. Marc Márquez's weekend at Sachsenring got off to a rough start with a heavy crash at turn 11 during practice. The fall raised concerns, but after medical evaluation, Marquez was cleared to race. On the second ride, I noticed that he was having trouble riding, especially on the right side. He has a strong right rib contusion, but it doesn't affect the bony part at all. The result is a slight pain in the area where the cartilage and rib meet, but we have done 5 X-rays and there is no rib fracture at all. Quote from Dr. Angel Chart. Chart's reassurances have eased concerns about a rib fracture, but Marquez also suffered a fracture in a finger on his left hand, adding another layer of difficulty for the rider. Marc Márquez faced a tough day at the German MotoGP with multiple issues. He first experienced a low side in the morning session, finishing second behind Jorge Martin. Later, a high side at turn 11 in the afternoon session added to his troubles, forcing him to visit the medical center. The feeling with the bike was good, but the crash in the afternoon had a big impact on this first day at the Sachsenring. I'm not worried about the fracture in my finger, but the bruise to the rib cage is what's bothering me the most, Marquez told. Marquez was diagnosed with a fracture to his left index finger, and a significant bruise in his ribcage from the high side. Despite these injuries, he was declared fit to ride, though his participation remains uncertain. Now it is time to rest, and tomorrow morning we'll see what my physical condition is. The rib cage injury is the main concern, as it's affecting my ability to ride," Marquez concluded. As Marc Márquez battles through injuries at Sachsenring, his resolve and experience will be crucial in navigating this challenging weekend. With a track record of success at Sachsenring and a resilient mindset, Marquez remains a key figure to watch despite the setbacks. As temperatures are expected to rise and thunderstorms risk on Saturday, Marc Márquez and his team will be closely monitoring his recovery and performance. Despite a challenging start, the weekend holds potential for improvement and recovery. Maverick Viñales shone in the second practice session at Sachsenring, setting a new track record with a time of 1 foot 20.384 inches. This achievement places him directly into Q2 and highlights his confidence and skill. Work, and perseverance. Obviously, on certain circuits you have a higher level, on others less. It also depends a lot on the combination of motorcycle and circuit. We are improving, but we have to stay calm. It's Friday. Ducati will make a big leap on Saturday and Sunday, so we need to be a bit stronger tomorrow and fight. That's our objective. Quote from Maverick Viñales. Viñales discussed the strategies for maintaining their competitive edge and how they plan to adapt for the rest of the season. Nothing changes, just keep pushing like we are doing, go to the limit, and wait for small improvements in the second half of the season. There are circuits where we will be much closer, such as Sachsenring, and if we manage to take a step forward, even a small one, we'll be in a good position. Viñales told by Motosan. Viñales provided insights into how the new 2024 bike compares to the 2023 model and how it performs on different circuits. The 2024 bike is better than the 2023 model, especially on circuits where we struggled last year. It turns much better now, which is crucial for the championship. For example, at Sachsenring, where I had issues with turning last year, this bike performs much better, Viñales said. Viñales also touched on how the advancements in aerodynamics affect the bike's handling, particularly in high-speed corners. The bike handles well in changes of direction, but with advanced aerodynamics, it's harder to skid or be as spectacular. The bike feels heavier when changing direction at high speed. For example, in turn 11 you use the throttle to help change direction. This differs from other circuits like Assen, where changing direction without throttle was challenging, Viñales concluded. Maverick Viñales' record-setting performance at Sachsenring marks a promising start for the weekend. As he and his team work to refine their strategy and bike setup, the focus will be on staying calm and adapting to the evolving challenges of the race weekend. Thanks for watching ZNGP today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.